Hello! My name is Alex the Polymath. Today I will be doing another episode of WWWWWH. If this is your first WWWWWH video, that stands for who, what, when, where, why, how. And this is the second episode so far. And it's going to be on the War of 1812. Now, why did I choose the War of 1812? Well, it is basically the second war in American history. Second major one, probably, you could say, after the Revolutionary War, which I did an episode on already. And also, this presentation was created by me, Alex the Polymath. And the first W is who. Who fought in the War of 1812? The Americans fought the British in the War of 1812. Well, the British kind of started it, but the Americans were the ones who declared war on them. This is actually the first war that Americans have declared war on another country. The Revolutionary War, the Americans didn't declare war on Britain because America wasn't a country yet. So this is the first war they officially declared war. Future President Andrew Jackson was involved in this war, and you can see his portrait right there. And some other notable generals involved in this war are Jacob Brown and Winfield Scott. And I just wanted to include the flags of Great Britain and United States of America. But you'll see that these aren't the real flags because this is not the American flag because it did not have 50 states at this point yet. And then the next W is what? What was the War of 1812? It was the second war that the USA took part in, so pretty simple. And that's a portrait from the War of 1812. And those are the Americans. When did the War of 1812 take place from? Well, it started in 1812, as you can probably guess. It's not like confusing like the 7 Years' War or the 100 Years' War. And it ended in 1815. Where did it take place? The War of 1812 took place in the United States, like the Revolutionary War, but it had more states now. It had the original 13 colonies, plus Vermont, Kentucky, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Ohio. They also had plenty of territories at this time, like the Mississippi Territory, the Louisiana Territory, the Illinois Territory, the Indiana Territory, and the Michigan Territory. So basically, I'd say more than half of the land that the USA owned was not part of states. It was part of territories, basically. And plus, there were a bunch of other places in America that had not been taken control of yet, like Rupert's Land, which the United Kingdom owned at the time, and Florida, which was also owned by Spain. Why did the War of 1812 take place? The War of 1812 took place because the British were restricting the Americans' ability to trade, so they basically made a blockade. How did it take place? Well, there were a bunch of battles, of course, like in any war. Well, other than like the Cold War, but that wasn't really a war. And the British kind of won the War of 1812 from a certain point of view because if they had tried harder, they definitely would have won. But yeah, you can read my paper on the War of 1812 on my site that goes more in depth into this. And the British were also able to burn down the White House during this war. So they actually had to rebuild the White House from the War of 1812 to now. And okay, that's basically it for my War of 1812 presentation. Thank you for watching.